The Horde's selfless leadership in
Good
the
to
war
see
against the
you
Legion
again,
has left our
Grandmaster.
ranks depleted. Our enemies slaver at the thought of stealing what is ours. I've authorized the building of an embassy in Orgrimmar. From it we will win others to our cause. Meet me there at once.
Good luck, Grandmaster.
Leaders of the Horde, I summoned you here, along with one of our greatest champions, because our enemies are gathering their strength. The Alliance is scouring the far corners of Azeroth in search of every advantage against us. We must do the same. War is coming. We need fresh blood added to the ranks of the Horde. What say you?
War Chief, the Tauren of Highmountain fought boldly alongside us in our campaign against the Burning Legion, just as our ancestors did long ago. I have invited their leaders to a great feast in Mulgore. This could be a chance to bring them to our side.
A simple people, but strong. They would be a boon on the battlefield.
The war with the
Chieftain
Legion
Bloodhoof,
has
have
come.
our champion join you for
I
your
hope
feast in
you are ready.
Thunderblood. By the time dessert is served, I want their oath of loyalty to the Horde.
It shall be so, War Chief.
I should never have left the mountain. The wards have weakened.
There is worse we can know on the Highmountain
What dark
Tribe.
force grips you?
I know this power all too well. Champion, we need your help. For the
I knew
Horde.
you would come.
Go back to the void that spawned you!
And of course, just when the Horde needed a way to prove themselves as allies to the Highmountain Tauren, a perfect opportunity arises. The old gods have waited hundreds of years for Ebonhorn to leave Highmountain so that his protective wards would weaken. With him leaving Highmountain to join the feast in Mulgore, they saw an opportunity and took it. Once Thunderbluff was safe, Bane would send us to Highmountain to save Ebonhorn. It would appear that once the old gods got a hold of him in his weakened state, they would hold a tight grip over him for the remainder of the scenario, putting him in some kind of coma state. With the aid of Spiritwalker Greysky, we must figure out a way to save Ebonhorn. Spiritwalker Greysky tells us of stories passed down within Highmountain, of Ebonhorn maintaining multiple wards around Highmountain itself, protecting it from the influence of old gods, or the darkness is what they call it. Along with Ebonhorn, other heroes who fought the darkness were charged with protecting the wards and placing them in other areas of Highmountain. Agril, the Drogbar, known as the Scalebane, was a true friend of Huln Highmountain. He was responsible for the first ward that protected the underground of Highmountain and the Drogbar that lived underneath.
Serve your true masters, Drogbar. Your defiance means death.
I'm gonna regret trying to pronounce this, but Onya Skyhorn, a legendary chieftain of her tribe, placed a ward that protected the Skyhorn lands, a place the darkness once manifested.
The sky shall serve my masters. You will become the shadow that darkens the skies.
And of course, the legendary Huln Highmountain himself placed a ward in Snowblind Mesa.
Surrender!
With 3 of the wards secured, only 1 remained. While Highmountain is not secured yet, the 3 wards were enough to bring Ebonhorn out of his coma state. From there, we get to hear the rest of the story of how all this came to be.
The whispers. Thank you, champion. Grey Sky.
Together,
Long ago,
we are
the old
Highmountain.
gods sought to claim Highmountain. Their campaign was led by a terrible creature of nightmare, Ulganeth the Darkness. Huln gathered heroes from among the tribes. They fought against Ulganeth's servants, the Necrodark. But the forces of Shadow were too great to overcome. So Huln devised another plan. Wards were placed to lock away the old god's influence. Though the general survived, Ulganeth's essence was trapped.
All this time, the Necrodark have been lurking in the shadows, waiting to call forth their master.
Indeed. And when I left the mountain to visit Mulgore, the wards weakened just enough to let the darkness seep through. The last ward was placed at Highmountain's summit. That is where we must go. Just as Huln stood with his allies, so we must band together. May the ancestors watch over you.
You have failed! The darkness rises, and Highmountain shall fall!
I serve the descendants of Huln. Spirits guide you.
This mountain belongs to us, mortals. You will soon become vessels for this world's true power.
These heroes do not stand alone. Together, we will banish your darkness.
Selves, dragon, just as Neltharion. Your kind always bends to the whisper.
I did not realize that I had invited a dragon to feast with us at Thunderbluff. Had I known, I might have set a bigger table. Only Mela and our champion knew my secret before. Now, I entrust it to you as well, Chieftain. I see no reason for anyone else to know, Spirit Walker. Let it be a matter kept between friends.
You are welcome here, champion. Highmountain. Today was very nearly a dark day for Azeroth. Had Ulganeth's plan succeeded, we all would have been made into servants of the old gods, including Ebonhorn.
I shudder at the thought, Mela. Without the swift action of Bane and this champion, all would have been lost.
Bane Bloodhoof, You have demonstrated courage, honor, and loyalty. I believe it is time for your people and mine to renew our bonds of kinship. If you will have us, the Tauren of Highmountain would be proud to join your horde.
The Horde will be honored to welcome you. Let us travel to Orgrimmar and share the good news with our war chief.
We will
War
claim
Chief
what is
Sylvanas
ours.
Windrunner. I present Chieftain Mela Highmountain.
What have you to say, Chieftain?
War Chief, the strength and courage of the Horde has been demonstrated by Bane Bloodhoof, as well as your champion. From this day forth, Highmountain vows to stand with you against all foes.
I accept your oath of loyalty. The Horde offers its protection, and expects your obedience.
For the Horde!
For the Horde!
For the Horde!
And there we have it, my friends. All we needed here apparently was one simple test to show our worth to the Highmountain Tauren on why they should join the Horde. Honestly, it's kind of funny that we have to do this just to kind of prove it. Honestly, I don't think we actually had to. I think they would have joined anyway. This is just an interesting scenario to give us some gameplay, right? But I feel like just the fact that we have Mulgore Tauren and Highmountain Tauren sharing a kinship, they probably would have joined the Horde anyway. There's just no reason to not join the Horde, or at least join the Alliance over the Horde in this case here. When you have a kinship between the Mulgore Tauren and you're a Highmountain Tauren, it just makes sense for them to join the Horde that way. So overall, I do hope you guys enjoyed this scenario here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.